Hi guys, today we are going to read my favorite book because it's about my puppy. So we read this in class a few times, but if you guys haven't read this with me, then this is a book called Belle's Adventures in Petlandia. Now Belle is my puppy at home. She's my real life dog. So this book is about Belle. It's a book about a puppy and they used my dog's name and her picture. So that's what my puppy looks like at home. So this is a story about my puppy and it's called Belle's Adventures in Petlandia. Belle lived in New Jersey and dreamt of being a star with her very own TV show and chauffeur-driven car. But being cute and furry made stardom rather tough, especially as the only words she knew were woof and ruff. Feeling brave, she folded up her PJs and a flannel, along with some ideas for her Belle YouTube channel. Sneaking into Erin's room, she scrawled a doggy note, then kissed her gently on the cheek and went on to get her coat. Scampering through the moonlit streets with thoughts of being wealthy, Belle stopped beside a sign and thought, I'll take a selfie. Pulling out her iPhone, she posed and took a snap, then headed to the airport while squinting at her map. Belle was excited because she'd never flown before, unless you count that time she slammed a laptop on her paw. And as the plane took off, she thought of A-list hounds and mutts while trying to squish her nose into a tiny bag of nuts. When Belle got to Hollywood, she set up several meets, but most of them went wrong because she tinkled on the seats. And even though she tried her best, the top dogs weren't impressed. We've seen your act before, kid, and look at how you're dressed. With failure after failure, Belle's confidence was shrinking. But then she saw a saxophone which kind of got her thinking. I need to learn some new tricks to really make me shine, and then I'll make some videos and post them all online. Meanwhile, back in New Jersey, Erin found a note. My dog thinks she will be famous. Oh, what a silly goat. But suddenly she looked up and saw Belle on the news. She'd become an online superstar with 50 million views. It seems dogs can learn new tricks, Erin thought out loud, and even though she missed her friend, she was also very proud. There was Belle on a chat show, tootling away, while teetering on a unicycle doing dog ballet. Soon the world was going wild for Belle's jolly tunes. You could even buy a storybook and see her in cartoons. She bought a doggy mansion and a limo and a yacht. She even met the president and partied quite a lot. Other doggies lined up to shake Belle by the paw, and scripts for pet-based movies came tumbling through the door. She'd sit and count her money while lounging on her throne, but when she wasn't working, she'd often be alone. Because she felt so lonely, Belle bought more stuff, but even though she had it all, it was never quite enough. She tried some doggy yoga, which she thought would make her happy, but that just tied her up in knots and made her sore and snappy. Then suddenly it hit her as she chewed her oldest bone. What Belle wanted most was to be snuggled back at home. Yes, she would miss her fancy life, the palm trees and her chauffeur, but none of that compared to cuddling Erin on the sofa. She called off all her concerts and she gave away her things, but all flights home were fully booked, so she clung onto the wings. Hanging on for dear life as the plane took to the skies made Belle think of Erin, and tears welled in her eyes. Soaring over New Jersey, Belle thought, I've had a hoot, but home is where the heart is, so I need a parachute. Fumbling in her suitcase, she found a sparkly gown, then used it as she leapt off to sort of slow her down. Tumbling through the fluffy clouds was really quite a rush, but Belle had to slow down or she'd soon be doggy mush. Just then, she saw a mattress dumped upon a roof, so she steered herself toward it and landed with a woof. Jumping into Erin's arms, Belle cried with joy. Then Erin squeezed the squeaker in a squishy, squashy toy. Fame is pretty epic, but snuggling is the best, thought Belle as she curled up to enjoy a well-earned rest. Miles away in Hollywood, things were much the same, and countless pets arrived each day to search for wealth and fame. They often spoke about that dog who played the saxophone and how she left it all behind because she missed her home. But Belle wasn't bothered that she'd given fame the shove because her trip had taught her that what really counts is love. The end. Bye, everyone.